Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant.
Hey everyone, it's Jeff here in Orlando, Florida, and just want to welcome everyone to Get to Know Me podcast, where I get to sit down and talk with our family of trans and non-binary friends from all over the world. And tonight I've got Pup Spark that's joining me. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I am doing really good here and everything, but so I'm just going to dig right into it and everything. We would like to know, has being trans been an obstacle in your life when it reference to your friends, your family, and work?
Uh, I will admit I was kind of lucky because I've always been I had been always LGBT for, 11 plus years now. So my
Mhm.
family's always kind of has known me as queer. So when I came out as trans, it was kind of oh, okay, that makes sense. My friends have been the same way. My work has been very, very trans supportive. Um, with their help, I managed to integrate pronoun badges with people that wanted them. They've been very welcoming with
Good.
all that fun stuff. I have had a little pushback from people, but it's the people
Good.
I care about. They've been supportive.
Oh, and that's what counts most of the time. So I'm glad to hear that. And I know you have it on the screen here, but I just always like to ask what pronouns you prefer to use.
She, her.
She, her. All right. All right. So and I never ask age on here, and you can tell us if you want, but what I want to know is what do you feel like you missed out most in your childhood if you transitioned later in life?
Well, I will admit I'm not even 30 yet, so I'm I don't know, but if I had known what I know now with my transition, and if I had been able to transition younger, I guess it's kind of those like, I joke it's, the middle school like girls like the sleepover with the makeup and gossip and all that other fun stuff.
Yes.
It's such a cliche, but that would be like I kind of would have loved to have been able to do that at some point. So,
I can
yeah.
understand that. So, what has been your favorite part of your transition journey to now?
Favorite part, well, technically that's kind of a twofold answer
Okay.
because my something I've really enjoyed is getting to just discover different fashion choices and different outfits because pre-transition it was like the same four colors and the same designs over and over and over and over again. Now it's like, oh, I can pair this dress with this skirt, with this top, with this, and then I can do shoes and makeup and all this other stuff. And exploring that, but it's also, getting to see the other side of the coin, as it were, because I never got a chance to see what it was like at one point. And let me do this side. So, yeah, I don't know. It's
Awesome.
it's fun.
Well, good. Well, is there anything that worries you at this point, being a person that's trans?
Um, Biggest thing is, political and all that
Yeah.
fun jazz that we hate, but yeah, we're stuck with. That's the only thing that's really off the top of my head. Just politics, but
Yeah. And I think that scares all of us right now and stuff because it's a really scary world that we're in at this point.
yep. Unfortunately, that's kind of the world we're in right now. But
Yeah.
I will make do, and I will survive.
And that's what we all are going to do. We're going to survive, get past this 4 years, and hopefully things will get better.
Let's hope.
So, what has surprised you the most during your transition journey?
Um. Well, this is kind of a funny answer. How impossible it is just to buy jeans now because before it was like, okay, you're a size 36. Great. You'll get that in any size. Now it's an 18, a 20, a 16, a 16 large. I mean, why is there not a consistent size? Just why? So now jeans is just it's cathartic and fun of like I hate this, but I kind of love it. So
Yes.
it's weird, but yeah.
Well, and as long as I guess yes, it could be weird, but as long as you're loving the journey, then that's all that can matters at this point.
Absolutely. Cannot argue with the journey.
That's right. So what would have made it easier for you in your journey of coming out and transitioning and all this stuff? What would have made it easier?
Um, I don't know, because I mean, I'm very fortunate that I was able to have. I live in a city that has access to hormones and HRT and stuff that was very reliable, and I happen to have a lot of sources that I can get that through. So that's been one of the thankfully, one of the easier parts. I know some parts of the country and some parts of the world don't have access to that.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. It's a fun question, but yeah, I apologize.
Well, it's okay. No, you're fine. So, people like me that are on the outside looking in, what can we do to make things better for this journey?
Listen and support. That's the biggest thing. Is just if someone that's trans or non-binary or genderqueer or any of that is struggling or needs some help or either with hormones or housing or whatever, or even just telling our stories, just
Hmm.
allow us just to tell our stories and listen, because that's something that a lot of us really want more people to do, regardless if you're trans, cis, whatever. Just let us share who we are.
And that's exactly what I want to do, and why I wanted to do this. So they had a platform to share their story and their journey of where they are today, and that makes me happy. So,
Yeah.
well,
Thank you.
any last words that you have for us?
Mm, trying to think, because I mean, just thank you and stay strong. Thank you for having, for starting this, for allowing us to have our voices and allow us to tell our stories. So,
Well, I just hope it takes off and does really well. I've got a lot of stuff in the works for the beginning of the year that hopefully will help this podcast take off.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to support it. So,
Awesome, awesome. Well, again, it's been a pleasure. I'm so glad that you were on my other podcast as well, Unleashed. So I can't wait. You'll probably see that one before we see this one. These I'm gonna hold off for until January at least, and that's my debut. Hopefully, is in January.
all right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, hey, you take care, and I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. It is so important that we stand in solidarity, understanding, and progress with our trans family. It is our job in making the world a more inclusive and compassionate place for everyone, including our trans family. Please take care of everybody.